Bold and beautiful killer reveal. Luna's discovery points to spoiler as the killer, and we don't mean Poppy. Luna's discovery of the late Tom's backpack in her mom's apartment on Bold and Beautiful seemingly pointed the finger directly at Poppy as the killer. In fact, Luna almost immediately accused her of offing the man. But it was all felt a little too obvious to be true. With that said, there is another potential culprit who may have planted it there. It would be hard to miss the mentions of Poppy's apartment being scheduled for demolition in Bold and Beautiful's most recent scenes. It was brought up repeatedly and is clearly a clue to this ongoing murder mystery. Bill knew that the place was about to be blown to bits, which means Justin, who is back to being his all-knowing right hand, would also have known, but as far as we're aware, neither of them had any knowledge of Tom's relationship with Poppy or the letters or the backpack. With a paternity test confirming Bill as Luna's father before the overdoses, there isn't much in the way of motive for either of them. But there is someone else, someone whose behavior has screamed potentially guilty from the get-go, and who also would have known that Poppy's apartment was due to be demoed. Someone who could have had access to the apartment as a family member. That's right, Lai. Backing up, Lai had access to the drugs that killed Tom and Hollis, would know the proper dosages to use to get the job done, and was on the scene the night Tom died. As a doctor, Lai would normally have leaped into action when a man collapsed and tried to save him, but she stood back and did nothing. Lai also performed the paternity test that declared Bill as Luna's father, and behaved suspiciously during a conversation with the proud new papa after the fact, leaving viewers with the feeling that she could have raked the test. She all but came out and said she'd done Bill and her niece a favor. So, with Tom ready to shout it from the rafters that he was Luna's dad, he was a complication that Lai didn't need. Returning to the scene of the crime, as killers are wont to do, Lai would have realized that Hollis, having stumbled upon the letters, was also a liability that needed to be taken care of. Conveniently, she also performed the autopsies and led the charge accusing Sheila, which was a brilliant distraction tactic. If Lai killed Hollis, she'd have then made off with the backpack full of letters. While one would think she might have burned it in the crematorium, this is Bold and Beautiful, and the killer has to eventually be caught and brought to justice. So she decided to stash it in her sister's apartment, knowing full well it was about to be demolished and the evidence would never be found. Or if it was found, Penelope would look guilty and not her. Speaking to motive, viewers have long believed that Lai knows a dirty secret about Luna's real paternity. Specifically that Jack or even Finn might be the real dad. A mortifying truth she would never want to come to light. So why kill Tom? His agitating about being Luna's father would have thrown the paternity test Lai administered for Bill into question, and another one may have been requested or performed by someone else, something Lai simply couldn't risk. Of course, there are other theories that we could spin, but the evidence is piling up against Lai, who had the opportunity, means, and quite possibly the motive as well. If our hunch is correct, Bill's ex-wife had better watch her back. Katie will be in serious danger if she keeps pushing Lai on the subject of Luna's paternity. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Soap Spectrum. I am Emily here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. Bold and Beautiful surprise comeback for Taylor can mean only one thing, and you're gonna love it. Considering that when Krista Allen left the Bold and the Beautiful less than a year ago, she said that she was told the character of Taylor wasn't needed, we were as shocked as anybody when the August 6 episode revealed that the role had been recast with fellow soap vet Rebecca Budig. If she wasn't needed then, why would she be needed? Ooh, now we get it. Taylor can only be back on the canvas for one reason: to restart the fashion wars. Never mind that Steffy's mom was reintroduced spying on her ex Ridge and his Logan Brooke. No way could the show redo their love triangle again, not after he swore that he'd chosen Taylor, only to dump her for Brooke at the first opportunity. Which, it bears mentioning, occurred at their wedding. The powers that be have to be remixing an element of bold and beautiful that has been sorely lacking for years: competition. Early on in the soap's run, we had regular face-offs between Fancy Pants Forrester Creations and the off-the-rack Wanives at Spectra Fashions, and later Jackie M. But such clashes have been missing ever since Sally 2.0 was traded to the Young and the Restless. Taylor's return all but promises to bring Runway Wars back with a vengeance. Think about it. Steffy is miserable at Forrester now that Ridge has ensured that Brooke will be in her face day in and day out. Taylor's son Thomas can't possibly want to work with Hope again since she broke his heart by rejecting the idea of an insta marriage. So why wouldn't Taylor start her own line, Tailor-Made? Never mind that Taylor once shot Bill. The tycoon would eagerly throw open the vault to help fund the venture, if only to stick it to the dressmaker. Plus, he'd have to be happier having daughter Luna work for a company of his than rival Ridge's. We can just picture the scene in which Ridge's family deserts him. "You can't leave," he sputters. This is your family business." "Look around, Dad," Steffy replies. "It's Brooke's family's business now, and I'm sorry, but I don't want any part of it." "It isn't personal," she adds to Brooke. "You just don't want to work with me, or any of us," Brooke says, trying to grasp the scope of the situation. "You know what?" Steffy snarks to Thomas. "She's right. It is personal." She then goes up to Brooke, Hope, Donna, Katie, making it clear to each of them that "I personally don't want a professional relationship with any of you, or any other kind of relationship." Taylor savors the moment even more. "I hope you're happy, Ridge," she says. "You finally got what you wanted. Logan's to the left, Logan's to the right, and your other family out of the way." "I never wanted that," Ridge insists. "I'm sorry if I gave you the impression." "If you gave us the impression?" Taylor exclaims. "Are you kidding? You've chosen Brooke over and over. You ignored Steffy to keep Hope's line going, and spoiler alert, it's a dud." "Will be without me," Thomas mutters under his breath. "You anointed R.G. Forrester's golden boy," Taylor continues, even though before Paw started working with him, he'd never drawn so much as a stick figure. "Don't tell me you didn't want this, Ridge. You've been telling us what you wanted for years. We just love you too much to listen." Bold and beautiful spoilers for a week of August 5. In Monday's recap, a mysterious woman watches Brooke and Ridge, Hope fantasizes about Finn, and Poppy swears Luna to secrecy. Brooke and Ridge make a big splash in Monte Carlo, digitally launching the new Brooke's bedroom line to a throng of press and fans. Check out photos from their overseas adventure here. In Tuesday's recap, Brooke breaks the internet, and Taylor watches Bridge before calling Steffy. Rather than make a cup of tea or do some work, Steffy and Hope spiral, arguing while waiting for news of the new line's success. Brooke and Ridge's love is palpable as they hold center stage at a press conference. Somehow, we doubt even a single reporter will politely suggest that they get a room, you too. Panic sets in when the website for the Brooke's bedroom line crashes. That should be an easy fix though, right? Switch it off, switch it back on. That's what it always tells us to do. In Wednesday's recap, Brooke and Ridge fly home, and Hope thinks about taking Finn from Steffy as the couple celebrates their love. Sounds like it's gonna be as hot a day as the one in which Brooke came up with the formula for Believe. She and Ridge share a loving moment as they revel in the success of what they created. Hope fantasizes about Finn as he demonstrates to Steffy that nothing and no one is stronger than their love for each other. Luna's new life is as close to perfect as it is close to coming undone. Overwhelmed by her feelings, she unburdens her fears to RJ. Find out why Luna's backpack discovery points to spoiler as the killer and not Poppy. While asking difficult questions, Nancy Drew Katie stumbles upon an extraordinary answer. Meanwhile, portrayer Heather Tom reveals her thoughts on Bill and Katie's relationship. What a think tank! A murderess, an ex-con, and a jealous ex ponder the overdose deaths of Tom and Hollis. Katie finally finds what she's been looking for, but it could leave her in grave danger. Hope thinks about taking Finn from Steffy, and Brooke and Ridge fly home. Wednesday, August 7, 2024. Today on The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy and Finn celebrate. Carter and Hope discuss Steffy, and Ridge and Brooke leave Monaco. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, Soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. In Monte Carlo, Ridge tells Brooke she was incredible and the hit of the summit. They pull up to the casino in a convertible and Brooke says, "Au revoir, Monte Carlo." At Forrester, Steffy and Carter marvel at the response to Brooke's bedroom's media launch. Hope comes in gushing about how everyone loves seeing her mom front and center again. She knows it might be difficult for Steffy to admit, but Brooke Logan is back, and better than ever. Steffy says the bedroom line has always been popular. Hope thinks it's time to stop fighting the Logan influence and be grateful for it. Finn walks in. "I heard the news. Congratulations." He picks up on the tension between Steffy and Hope. On the jet, Brooke and Ridge talk about how incredible Monaco is and the memories they made there. Ridge says she should be so happy. The numbers are ridiculous. Brooke wonders how Steffy is feeling about all of this. At Forrester, Steffy has Carter schedule a meeting about inventory. Finn worries about pulling her away, but she wants to celebrate with him. Carter walks out, and Finn tells Steffy that his mom just picked up the kids, so their plans are underway. Hope urges them to have fun tonight. Her mom really gave everyone a reason to celebrate. Steffy's sure she's excited to see her mom. "I get it. It's always nice when your mom's around." Steffy walks out, and Finn hangs back to tell Hope he's happy for her. He can see what it means to her. She thanks him, and he exits. On the jet, Brooke can't believe the numbers are still ticking up. Ridge gushes, "It's all you, baby. It's all you." Brooke reads the comments and is touched. She feels silly now about having been so nervous. Ridge says she's taking the world and the internet. Brooke credits him with pushing her to do this. She feels confident and secure when she's with him. Ridge recaps that she's forever sexy, beautiful, and Brooke. Ridge knew she'd be a hit. "I'm so proud of you." Brooke thanks him for believing in her. Ridge marvels at how she motivates people. "You're part of my world, and I never want to let that go." They kiss and cuddle. At Forrester, Carter tells Hope that no one gets the world's attention like Brooke Logan. She's a fashion icon. Hope just hopes Steffy realizes that too. Carter says it's great news for the whole company. He realizes Steffy has been riding Hope a little, but she's carrying the family legacy. Hope thinks you can be a strong leader without being cruel. Carter argues he's not being pragmatic. They agree Brooke's success is good for everyone and boosted the bottom line. It can give hope for the future a lifeline. Hope laughs at the irony. She doesn't like the tension between her and Steffy and enjoys working there. It's just hard when she feels undermined. She insists she's doing her best from keeping things from becoming even more complicated. At the Cliff House, Finn tells Steffy that his mom is keeping the kids overnight. They start making out. Finn pours wine, and they sit and listen to the sound of the ocean. Finn hopes she'll feel less stressed now. Steffy feels she's been battling alone for so long. She doesn't want to talk about Brooke, Hope, or any Logan. Finn knows the Brooke's bedroom relaunch brought up her old resentment. Steffy still doesn't want to talk about it. Finn just wants his beautiful, hard-working wife to know that he understands and cares. "I will be here for you always." They kiss. At Forrester, Hope watches a report from Australia on the Brooke's bedroom relaunch. She flashes to threatening to cut Steffy down to size, and Steffy saying, "There's nothing you can do to me, Hope." She narrows her eyes and then flashes to Finn complimenting her and saying she deserves the best. At the Cliff House, Steffy and Finn make out on the sofa. He wants to forget about dinner. Steffy laughs that they don't need to rush. Finn groans, "Oak, but we don't get a lot of time like this." They joke about making out on the couch like teenagers, like her dad is going to walk in. Steffy remarks on how stressful the past few months have been with work, Sheila, 2 men dying, and Hope getting his ear. Steffy wants to slow down and appreciate these special moments where they can recharge and reconnect. She loves just being with him. Finn chides, "Should I cancel the violinist and fireworks?" Steffy and Finn express their love and devotion. He tells her she's made him the luckiest man in the world. "The first time she looked at him, everything changed. That was it for me." After Hayes was born, holding him and her in his arms, he told himself never to let this go. There's no one in the world like her, no one as passionate, intelligent, gorgeous, and devoted to her family and his work. Steffy says there's nothing stronger than their love for each other. Nothing. They kiss passionately and express their love again.